Very good. Welcome. Welcome for the show. Good morning, viewers. I'm Dr. Sundaram from India, marriage counselor. The last 20 years helping the youth connect to each other. Well, thank you very much for accepting my invitation. If you are on the line, if you are still searching for me, okay, on the line. Well, today's case is on one specific case. I would say the case of the bluff master. Case of the bluff master. I got a couple who are bluffing me, and how I identified them that they are bluffing me, and how I resolve this case. This will be the focus of our discussion. And I'm Dr. Sundaram. I am hosting this hangout every month, and a lot of heavy discussions are there. Some are participating directly, some are participating indirectly. I thank Google for doing a very wonderful work. You know, this is Google Plus, and this Google Plus is nothing but 10 people in a conference. Any person who's having a webcam and an internet connection can talk to each other. And that is how there's a great contribution from Google Plus. We should all thank Google Plus for doing this work. And now it's a free broadcast every month. You can come alone, you can come with your friends, and you can also win whatever the offers I give. So friends, let me talk about myself, how I came into that. This webinar will last for about, now it is around 10:50, maybe up to 11:30, a half an hour webinar. 10 minutes of all your housekeeping activities, and then we go into half an hour about the content of it. And depending upon the questions you ask and other discussions we have, maybe we can go a little more. Okay, friends, you're all with me, right? Set, ready for that? Okay, very good. Friends, well, you all might be knowing my story. I have told in different forums. And what made me so passionate about this counseling, and apart from that, number two is this marriage counseling. Okay, first I'll talk about what is passion. I heard about this long about. I've been attending a lot of seminars, and the one of the meaning which appealed to me, passion is what you do when your all the needs are fulfilled. Okay, every person has got his own passion or gift of talent, you know. And this gift of talent, you may have gift one, gift two, gift three, gift four, talent one, talent two, talent three, talent four. Maybe you may have a talent on singing, you may have a talent on making something on the net, maybe on the game, maybe on cartoon, or whatever it is. You've got a lot of talents. But what will be the one talent you will be doing when you've got the money? Okay, sufficient money is there, sufficient happiness is there. Then at that time, what you'll be doing? That means when I got all the money, okay, you know that Abraham Maslow's needs, you know, food, clothing, and shelter, roti, kapda, makan. And आदमी जो भी करता है रोटी कपड़ा मकान के लिए करता है. So when you're doing for roti, kapda, and makan is not a passion. When you've got all the roti and all the kapda and all the makan, then what do you do is a passion. That means you're born for that. So, Fred, that is what I'm born for. I'm born for helping people. And I had a psychological tinge towards that. How I discovered it, maybe when I was around fifth class or third class, I don't remember. I used to see a lot of books, and I used to read all the books. And one book which came into my house library was the Reader's Digest. And every month I was waiting for the Reader's Digest. And I was very, very good collecting some particular article. That article, I do not know at that time, it was called a psychological article. It was something like self-improvement, self-discovery. Some questions were there, some answers were there. And I was excited to do this. I was excited to help others for doing it. Then I used to tell, you're like this, you're like this. And my friends who were to listen to me, they were very happy about it. Oh, yeah, you're getting a secret of us. So that is how I discovered after a long run, maybe after 4 or 5 years. And sometimes Reader's Digest used to come. At the time, It was coming only on internet was not there at the time. Sometimes the issue was pending for reasons, and I was feeling very unhappy when that book doesn't come. And sometimes book used to come as a monthly issue. In one of the month, the articles were not there. So I was feeling very unhappy. What is this time? My article is not there. I do not even know that somebody is going to write this. They can ask for that. I do not know anything. I was a very at the time. Maybe I was just starting my life at the time. Then I realized later on that these are self-improvement articles, these are psychological articles. Later on, I did my counseling, post-graduation in counseling, psychotherapy, and my doctorate in NLP. Later on, the knowledge grew very broad. So that was on passion. Passion is something I do, or passion is something you do when you got everything. Everything is sufficient, everything is abundant. What is that one thing you will do? Okay, that is passion. Passion was helping others. And how to help others? So I was doing helping others. Some used to appreciate, some used to depreciate in front of me, sometimes used to depreciate backside of me. I was feeling a little unhappy. What is this? I'm going and helping them. These people are talking back of me, ugly about me, that I'm overdoing it. And I was asking questions to myself, why this is happening? And later on, when I entered this MS counseling or the psychological profession, then I started doing that's called something like need. There's a difference between need and a want. You know what is a need and a want? Need is suppose I am hungry, I am thirsty. What is it? I am thirsty. So what options I have? You can tell me. You're welcome. Some of you are joined here. Some of you are trying to. Yeah, you can go to the YouTube also directly. Some messages there. You can go to YouTube also directly, and you can watch that. And friends, I was thinking about a need and a want. What is the need? See, for example, when I am thirsty, what I need? I need is water. Badly, I need water. What I want, I can have buttermilk. These are all wants. Secondary. Now, buttermilk, I can have a drink. I can have a cola. So I have understood the basic need of human being. Similarly, every person has got a need. When I entered training department of one of the large organizations, where I was working as a training manager, at the time we was taught about the training need identification, how to identify the training needs of the employees. There it became very, very clear that people doesn't come for want, what they badly need. You give them what they badly need, they will come for you. That is their need. So then I identified the meaning of that word called need. Need means I badly have to have it. I will do anything to get it. So need and I want. So first is passion. Is something doing when everything is there. Then and counseling. Then I thought, okay, I should help them what they need when they need it. Then in the process, I came to know there is something called psychology. Then question of counseling. Psychology, is a study of the mind, how it works, and the counseling is nothing but a process of talking to one another. There is a skill involved. You know what is a skill? Skill is a technique. So everybody cannot go and talk in the public. Okay, they do not know how to talk, how to anchor. There is a skill. Cooking is a skill. Everybody cannot cook. If I make a coffee, you know what will happen. So skill. So then I identified the word called skill. Then I identified, yes, I have an inborn skill of counseling. I got an inborn skill of counseling. So this is how my journey towards a passion towards this one went up. But my dear friends, there is one more hidden thing. Is this is the hardware part of it. There is the second part is the software part. What makes him to again and again, again and again, again and again, and help the needy and help the people who badly need counseling. Okay. And to tell you, friends, it's a sort of a pathetic story of mine. I come from a very average family, and my father and mother were there. They come from an average family, and there was a need for my father had a very large family, and as he has to support them, and in the process, he has neglected our growth. And my mother was very supportive. At the same time, she was very unhappy at certain moments. At times, because of various economic compulsions, the demand was more high. My mother could not cope up. And I was loving my mother very much. And whatever she says, it is a God's word for me. And my reading for books, my love for talking, my love for speeches, she had all this talent. It has come directly to me. So once it happened, I don't remember what is the reason, but one reason what has happened, a very painful incident of my life was we were living in one particular city and we used to go to one Narasimha Swami temple. And there what has happened, and one day my mother started crying very, very bitterly in the temple. I was accompanying her, I was alone, a small kid at that time, maybe 7 years or 9 years old. And at that time, what has actually happened is, and I was seeing something is going on which is beyond my comprehension. My father is shouting at me, my father's brother is shouting at my mother, and all elders were shouting at my mother. I do not know at that time what was it. But one thing is, my mother was becoming unhappy. And I cannot see a cry, my mother crying. My mother, I have seen my mother crying continuously. From the day I have started breathing, I have seen her crying. And then she was trying to talk to me, something she was mumbling and all those things. At the end, he told that the world is cursing us, we cannot do anything. You are my only help, and if this is the way I cannot bring you up, I am the only son for my mother. And then I don't know what to do. She told, we'll do one thing, we'll commit suicide. Then I told, yes. And we took a dip in that we just pushed ourselves, both of us, we just pushed it to the nearby Swamiji's well, the Narasimha Swami temple's well, and we attempted. But to our bad luck, water was very shallow and we had a lot of injury. And by the time the Pujari came running for us, and I was small and the level of water was just choking my breath. And he and my mother both struggled and brought me over the sand and cleaned all my shoulder and all those things. He was taking it that Pujari took me to one side of the temple and told me, what the hell you're doing? And I told, I don't know, my mother told me. And he listened to both of us. And I told, have you not seen movies? Have you not seen movies? Telugu movie, you're not seen Hindi movie, you're not seen English movies, you're not seen Indian movies. I told, I see Indian movies. Now, what does the hero do when somebody gives pain to their mother? Does he commit suicide? I said, I don't know. No, he doesn't commit suicide. He grows up, he becomes a big boy and challenges all the villain. Isn't it? If you start committing suicide, what actually happens is, one thing is, the people who are thinking wrong about you and your mother, will they prove that they are correct? And you will not have an opportunity, you will be going with the wrong impression in the society. Because of these things, these people have died. Somebody may say, you people have swindled the amount and therefore you have committed suicide. That will become a truth, but it is not a truth. And the second thing, you have to challenge them. You grew up. So you become a big officer, you start earning, and you start working against them. At the time, it sounds very logical for me. And he took an assurance from me and my mother telling that no more committed suicide and you have to support your son until he becomes big and it will become sufficient. But this was one of the very, very painful event of my life. And of course, what has happened afterward, I do not know, but I think that was a seed where it was sown in me how to help my mother, how to help a housewife, how to help my mother, how to help a housewife. Indirectly, this was the blueprint in my mind. Whether I'm going to take revenge or not, I do not know at that time. And there were many other incidents where I started supporting my mother. She was sobbing. I was talking to her. And one incident, I told her, I will do one thing, mother. When I grow up, I do not know whether I'll take revenge or not, but I will help. I will see that no mother cries in this world. Well, no mother cries in this world. I know it was only just a burst of emotion at the time. I never thought at that time I was going to become a counselor. I'm going to become a psychologist. I'm going to do my doctorate in psychology. And I'm going to treat them. I'm going to feed psychiatrists. I'm going to become the most popular in the country. I'll be online. At that time, we never dreamt about it. I was only thinking how to help the millions. In between, there was a challenge 10 years ago. How is that I'm going to reach with my knowledge and skill? I'm becoming limited. But luckily, internet has come. Luckily, Google has come. Google Plus has come. So I'm able to reach many people simultaneously. So where there is a will, there is a way. Where there is a law of attraction, what we call it. I have been just dreaming of how to help more housewives, how to help more young mothers, how to help That is my story of why I am into this profession. Even if you wake me up in the night, I have that energy. Maybe physically tired, but mentally I'm not tired as far as the cases are concerned. That is the reason. Okay. Apart from the whatever the remunerations I get, there is a passion which is driving me, the steam which is driving the engine, not only the electrical circuits, but this particular unfulfilled need to help more and more young mothers. Okay, friends. Well, that is my one, basically my introduction. And anybody would like to introduce themselves either through chat or would like to talk? Yeah, I'll give a few seconds. You can just any questions? How to? Yeah, my website is there. My website is called mindcounselling.com. How to contact me? MIND mind counselling.com. My name is PT Sundaram. There are many websites, ptsundaram.tv, PT Sundaram YouTube channel. You can go to my slide share. You can go to my Twitter. You can go to my Facebook. You can go to my blog, ptsundaram.tv, where I'm putting all my YouTube. I've done so much, 108 YouTube. It becomes blah blah of me. I think this is sufficient. Email is drsuntrg@gmail.com. Okay. DR is for doctor, SUR is for son, TRG is for training, trg@gmail.com. I would once again say yes for Scotland, U for umbrella, N for nut, T for tap, or for rat, SUNTR, G for again games. drsuntrg@gmail.com. I think I don't want anybody else to talk more about it. You can talk to me afterwards once the seminar is over. And thank you for the session. And I have one more request, friend. I just made a beginning of maybe the third or the fourth. This one, what actually you want, please write down to me. Go down and please write down how you enjoyed it. Now itself make a note. Enjoy it. Maybe this will be broadcasted in YouTube, but people are on YouTube. You can go there and others can give me email. What actually you want in Hangout? Hangout in depth mostly for my clients, maybe 1 hour weekly or 1 hour monthly. I'm trying to spend 1 to 2 hours with my clients, educating them what they need. Based on the emails I receive, I make a common topic and I do that. Somebody told me to start case study of the month. That is why I am here. Yes, go down and kindly give me the feedback here down. Unless you write something, I will not know what you require. You have to please write it because I am doing a service to you. The service, if it should be useful, don't worry whether it is useful to others or not. It is your requirement. Every person who is listening or about to listen is having a right to ask what you want. It is my duty to see that. I share it in the forum, in the video forum. Please clear, right. So friends, that is my basic entry into this one. My passion is driving me. And now coming to this, let me talk about now it is 11:10, maybe in 15 minutes we have to close down this one as promised. Number one is a couple entered me, a young couple entered my clinic, and this lady was from one of the top business schools, and she came with her husband. Both were very young, maybe married 6 months or 1 year ago. And first the lady entered and she gave me the reference of one doctor who has referred her. So I told, yes, you have been asking for 6 months to come and you took 6 months to come here. Okay, welcome. And she was telling me, sir, he is my brother. And I don't want my brother to be here. I want him to be outside the cabin. I told them, okay, let him be outside the cabin. Then this incident happened when my colleague in Chennai. And she told, I am from one of the business schools, one of the top business schools. I don't want to name that. Because please understand, friends, here we are bringing the character only for the sake of information. And my intention and your intention is to keep the client's name and the details confidential. The case is true, but the names are not true. Okay, I would call this girl as Rekha. Okay. Rekha came to me and told I'm from one of the top business schools and I'm in a dilemma. I wanted your help. I told, what is it? And she told that she went around, sometimes talking about that, sometimes talking about the brother, sometimes talking about the husband. And I told Rekha, did you do the homework? I gave you a form, an assignment. She told, sir, I have gone through your form, but I have not done. I remember what to talk to you, and I can just talk in the same sequence. My memory is very good. Now, having entered into my clinic, I don't want to tell anything. Generally, I don't allow any of my clients without a sort of a pre-email or pre-homework because I should know whether I can help the client or not. Please understand, I am here to help the client. The case is not mine. I need not waste my time. I need not waste their time. So this, she jotted. I gave one paper and she started jotting down the point. Then I showed yes, sir, it is, sir. And then told me, what are the two, three incidents where you want help? So she told me I come from a different state. When I am here, I did my business schools and now I am doing working in some company. Started my career 3 months ago. Okay. Then the point she told me, sir, I have. She went on round and round. She was not coming to the point. She was not coming to the point. She was going around and round. And I thought, are you secured? Are you comfortable in talking to me? First of all, I just wanted to know, are you comfortable in talking to me, Arthur? She told, I'm comfortable. You'll do one thing. I feel you're not comfortable now. Okay, you can go back and take some other day appointment and you can come back. Then after what she told, no sir, 1 minute. She went outside my clinic and asked that brother to go out. Okay. Then she was a little bit more relaxed and she started telling. Okay. She started telling that I have a passion for acting. I'm already doing some sort of small roles in some movies, and I have a passion for acting. I'm also working as one of the in one of the MNCs in Chennai. Okay. So my question is, what should I do? Should I go and become a film star, or should I go and continue my job as a management expert in that MNC? That was the question she has put. And counselors will never give the answer. Professional counselor will not give the answer. Isn't it? That is the reason you are coming to us. Then I told one question, how do you say that you got a passion for acting? I told you write down some 10 reasons. And how do you say that you wanted to go to a job and what makes you compulsion? You write down, we give a lot of homeworks. She started writing that and she started telling me, sir, I have so and so compulsions, financial reasons, parents, and all those things. And this is a passion. Then I said, oh, you have a passion. Okay, I'm very happy. But did you put any effort in that direction? And then she started writing and something. She just telling that she has gone to the voluntarily participation in some drama, certain actings, certain TV shows, and she has also went to Calcutta and she did a diploma course in acting. So there is enough evidence that she is having a passion for acting. And she has got two, three questions. One question is, should I go whether I will successful as a career, film career or not? Second question is whether I should go to MBA. It's also very lucrative. And third point is, it all came one by one, one by one. My husband may not allow. Yeah, he is telling me to settle down. Those are dilemma. Then I told, okay, have a discussion with your husband. Please write down the advantage and disadvantages of this. Then somehow I was feeling that she was very not uncomfortable with me, but she was trying to hide many things from me. Okay, see, from the, I will tell you the secret. Most of my psychologists can tell you the way the eyeball moves. You know, the way the eyeball moves itself gives us a clue whether she's talking the truth or she's not talking the truth. There are many other ways of collaborating the tools with the left hand movement, right hand movement. I was just observing her eyes, I was observing her breathe, I was observing her relief when she was taking a relief. So I was getting a feeling that she's trying to hide a lot from me and she is giving me only 10% of the information. And it is not that I also came to the point that she is not willing to open 100% with me, or maybe because of first session. Then I told, are you under drug? No, 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 I didn't have any drug. Well, I can definitely say that you were under drug yesterday or tomorrow. She told, no, sir, I didn't have proper sleep. Then after some time, I told, I had drugs. I had drugs. That hangover is there in me. And I told what are sentences where she interrupted, where she was hesitating. I just replicated her own sentence. What does it mean? Because one sentence she told me is, sir, going to movie is okay, but my husband, and she stopped. That means what? There's something. Okay, what is that husband you stopped? She told, she started smiling at me. What does the smile mean? Then she was looking at the top there. Here, she was once again checking whether the guy is there or not. I told, what is this body language? Sometimes they're looking at me, sometimes you're there, sometimes I ask them to go out and come back. What is it? Sir, to tell you frankly, he is not my what husband. He is not my husband. Then who is he? She smiled. I told, okay, it's your option. I'm not the person to say right or wrong. It's your option. But as long as you are under this confusion, you will not be able to find out for what you have come. I do not know that you have come here for just sharing, or you want a decision, or you want a strategic decision. You know, I just want to share. But you're not sharing completely. You're always under sort of a confusion. She told you, all right, sir, I am under confusion. I am under confusion. Then I had to ensure her, and I just touched her hand and told, see, I am like your father. I have a grandson, 1 year old, and you not worry about it. Okay, whatever you feel like telling, you tell. Whatever you don't feel like telling, please don't tell me. Whenever you are comfortable, you tell. Okay. Here I am not in a hurry. I will not go anywhere. You will not go anywhere. Okay. It already took some 6 months. So she has been referred by one of my friend doctors last 6 months ago. So every time she promises, then she says something else. She's busy. Sometimes she didn't get permission in the office, something like that. She tells the stories. Maybe true from her end. And the how it has taken 6 months. So still in a confusion. Do one thing. You go today. Okay. And you can come after one day, anytime you take appointment and come comfortable. Whenever you feel you're comfortable. Are you feeling hungry? No, sir, I'm not hungry. Okay. Then so no, sir, I want to talk to you when I complete it. Okay. The things boil down. So as such now, there are three, four issues. One is the husband may not permit, so-called husband. What compulsion she has, I will tell you afterwards. And the second is she wanted to do her higher studies. The third is she's an MNC, and fourth is she wants to become a film star. The 4, 5 confusions are there, which is correct. What and everything is pulling equally. Everything is pulling equally. That is where she stands. Are you getting the point? So that is where I say that you are at a crossroads. A person who comes to counseling, he knows what are the problems, he knows what is the issue, but he only is not able to take a decision confidently. Yeah. You don't want to take decisions confidently. What will happen? Suppose I say you become a film star, I give an instant decision. If you are a friend, you will tell, okay, you go ahead. Because you are a friend. No? You can go to my YouTube, 5 counselors you should not go. 5 counselors, one is your own friend. Because he will not do counseling. He is an emotional friend to you. He will support whatever you say. Second is your relative. Because he is your relative, will support. Third, fourth, you go to my videos afterwards. But there are some people whom you should not take counseling at all because they're emotionally connected to you. There is no difference between your thinking and their thinking. Here you are coming for a professional help, a person whom you do not know, the front or the back. Neither you have met me earlier, nor you are going to meet me in future. I don't want even to know your name. You give me a fake name, okay, but only to know what status it is, okay, what qualification is there, so that I can talk to you at that level. If you are a below 10th class level guy, then I have to talk at that level, isn't it? That is the reason I ask basic details. Even one of the therapies I use NLP therapy. Go to any NLP practice, he will not ask you anything. Looking at your body language, eyeball movement, breathing side, mind code, he will draw. And he will tell tuck, 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 tuck. That is one of the reasons of secrets of my one of the therapies. So, friends, see this Rekha started telling. Then I told her, you do one thing. You please write down. What will the worst will happen when you go to your movie field? Are you ready for that? What other family obligations you have already dependent on you? Why according to your husband is objecting? Okay. So this particular point, you please write down, and you can call me or telephone. You can tell me minimum 10 reasons. You do your homework. You can go to your friends and ask them. You can go to the connected persons and ask them. this started, and Rekha was there, and I could, from her eyeball movement, I could identify that she was uncomfortable talking to me. And I also noted out, out of 6 incidents, 3 incidents, she bluffed. Okay, 3 incidents, she bluffed. And what is the eyeball movement? You can go to any of my YouTube videos. Information is there on that. You can talk about it. So she bluffed. Then I asked her, I don't believe in what you're saying, and this is the reason. She smiled at me. Then, friend, what has actually happened is I gave the assignment, asked her to come after 3 days. In between, she called me over phone and she asked for a lot of clarification. After 2 sessions, she came to the conclusion, yes, she is not going to movie. She is going to continue the job. This was her own decision. It is not mine. Because by the time she has finished around 4 or 5 pages of write-up. Well, friends, you may ask me why you could have given a decision. Because if I give a decision, if a counselor gives a decision, what actually happens? There's two things will happen. What will happen? Either if you succeed or you will fail. If you succeed, definitely you will not tell my name or you will not tell the counselor's name. But if you fail, definitely you will blame me. I listened to this bloody fellow and he has guided me wrongly. See, you are at the crossroad. It is like, let us suppose you're going in a car in a national highway. You have to go to, let us say you have to go to Calcutta. There is a junction is there. There you need a proper signal, proper guidance is there. If it is not there, what will happen? You go to some other city. Only a traveler will know the importance. Yeah. Only the traveler know it is an important. So that is the reason here you badly need counseling. When life's turning on, when you are under confusion, okay, when you are under confusion, you badly need a professional help. A professional person who doesn't know you at all. He is neither your relative, nor your friend, or friend's friend. Because he is a third party, he will see everything impartially. And in between, 2, 3 things happened. I called that boy and asked him, is she your wife? She told, no, sir, she is not my wife. And we live in groups. And she told her his own side of why she is a little eccentric, why erratic, and all those things. He had his own version. And she had his own version of that boy. So there are certain things, okay, that is their part of the personality. I'm not the person to comment about their character. They are in the field, and that is the prime requirement. She needs a security in such a field. And they have their own reasons to do that. But one thing is, she discontinued that afterwards, and afterwards she gives me an email and she tells, now I'm married in my community, I'm doing it there happily, and because of the help you have done. Okay, friends, please understand here, you have, when people will go to counseling, when they badly need help, when they badly, not any time. That is the reason I am telling you, no, auntie, unless the wife divorces you. The wife has nothing doing, I will not come to your house because of these reasons. Or a husband says, I don't want you because of A, B, C, D, E, F, G. At that time only you will think of professional help. Please understand, a counselor is not a person to give a solution. He will help you to get a solution, number one, you have to understand. Second thing is, the earlier the better. The moment you get a little infection, what do? You take a minimum precaution, isn't it? When you got a urine infection, or when you got some blood infection, or you got a food poisoning, or the stomach, what do? You take medicine, isn't it? Then why are you not doing for your own relationship, for your married life? See how much you have spent time on your marriage, how much your parents have spent money. They have spent on your jewelry, they have spent on your clothes, you went to the costliest showroom, you went to the costliest horoscope. Okay, astrologer, Panditji, then cards were engaged, colors were made, flowers were made, decoration is made. What for? So many lakhs of rupees have been spent, crores of rupees have been spent only so that you both are happy. So what is wrong in investing something more and taking professional help? So please understand, any relationship is like just going to gym and building the body. Can you ever say that a person will go into the body and and just go in the morning and evening, you will come back with six packs. Relationship also like that. Whenever there is a confusion, whenever there is a disturbance, yes, you have to take the professional help. Okay. So earlier days there were people who were getting. Now what happened? There is no joint family. Even joint family, they do not have time. All are working. So where you are lost in the jungle. Okay. Sometimes husband will not cooperate. Sometimes wife will not cooperate. But you go to a professional help. To that extent, 50%, you become better. Then next, you know how to get your partner. So please understand, don't go to a particular point after divorce or one day before lawyer is pronouncing the divorce. No counselor can help you. See, as a battery, your cell requires continuous recharging, isn't it? Why not your life? You cannot take it granted that my life, I am happy, no problem is there. Such things will not happen in my life. One person should continuously think of maintaining the relationship. You cannot take relationship granted. Okay? So with the help of these eyeball movement, I could identify whether she was bluffing, to what extent she was bluffing. And that was the help. This comes from one of the many schools of therapies I use. One is NLP, Neuro Linguistic Programming. If you go and just do the Googling of it, I am the person who pioneered this movement in India in a very massive scale. And I have worked with prisoners applying this method, and I produce very fast results. And the beauty of this therapy is it is a mathematical psychology. 1 + 1 is equal to 2. It is not that Carl Jung psychology or where you talk about dreams, where you talk about theories, where you talk about no. You have to produce a result. If there is no result, there's something your fault. Either I am doing wrong or something you are doing wrong. Okay, and result doesn't mean that you'll become automatically one. The moment you take a tablet, you become normal. No, it takes time. But whatever you have measured, whatever you have agreed on that particular session, yes, you have to get it. That is where this school of marriage counseling works. And I have been working with individual counseling. I have been working with group counseling. I have been working as a corporate trainer. Yeah. You have any questions, you can just ask me, and thank you very much. This is a part 2 of the program. Part 1, there was a disconnection of the system, and therefore it was discontinued. It automatically went off. Of course, I will name it properly, and I will put it. Any other doubts? So friends, let me summarize what has happened. And I talked about my own introduction, how I came into this profession and what is the passion which is driving me. And it's a promise I made to my mother, who is there now in heaven. And number 1. And number 2 is we talked about the case of Rekha, who was at a lot of crossroads. She wanted to become a film star. At one end, another time she was a qualified management graduate. Third time, she wanted a compulsion to have a relationship with somebody. And fourth alternative was she's rejected by the parents because of her some unhealthy behaviors of her. She comes from a very good family and very good business school. How she solved it and how she was bluffing in the process, and how with the help of my eyeball movement, I have identified that she is bluffing. That is what I have been sharing. And friends, thank you very much. And please write down what sort of. Please go down. First is please comment. If you comment only, then only I will know. Please comment. Okay. Please share this with your friends. Okay. See, they may not like you immediately, but they will thank you afterwards. Okay. I'm Dr. Sundaram, one of the leading marriage counselors in India. You can contact me through my website, through my links. You can Skype. I mostly spend of my time in Skype. And every month we have 1 session, 2 sessions we are planning. One is the case study of the month, another is the questions of my clients, mostly from my clients, based on my around 15 to 20 years of experience. We develop a case, it is for them, we do it. And these 2 sessions is free of course. I should thank Google Plus for giving this particular session to us. And before I say bye-bye to you, any questions? Yeah. If there is no questions, I'll just say it off for you. So thank you very much for listening. Go to my down, give me your feedback, comments, shares. Kindly go to my this one. There is a small icon there at the side. Or it's here on the side. You can see the small icon. Any of the side may appear. Just press it, and you will go to my YouTube link. And any information, kindly go to YouTube. A lot of information is there. I have more than 120 videos on this. And I work on regular therapy, me and my wife are there. And sometimes I take the help of my other doctors. We also make use of psychiatrists, psychologists. Okay. And thank you very much for listening. And thanks a lot. I'll be back to you. Next month is one more case study. And before that, please write down how did you like it. Go down and immediately write it. How did you like it? And one thing I want you to do. One is your like. Second thing, what is that you want in Google Plus? Your basic questions. Don't worry whether it's a silly question or useless question. Please write down. If possible, I will answer it. You can give your email. And the second thing is you can also give me a topic for talking. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Right. Thank you. See you. Oh, Ian. And once again, thanks a lot for you.